In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to assign a task to one primary owner and add collaborators or assign copies for additional team members. To get started, open the task you want to work with and look for the assignee field. This is where you define the main person responsible for moving the task forward. Choosing a clear primary owner is important because it creates accountability and helps everyone understand who is leading the work. Once you find the assignee field, select the person who should own the task. This person becomes the main point of contact and is typically the one expected to complete or coordinate the work. After that, if other team members also need to stay informed or contribute, scroll to the bottom of the task panel and add them as collaborators. Adding collaborators is a useful way to keep the right people in the loop without changing who owns the task. They'll receive updates and can follow progress, which is especially helpful when several people are involved but only one person should be directly responsible for completion. This keeps the task organized and avoids confusion about ownership. There's also an alternative option you can use depending on how your team prefers to work. Instead of simply assigning one owner and adding collaborators, click the assignee field and select the Assign Copies icon. This option automatically creates duplicate individual copies of the task for each selected team member. This can be helpful when everyone needs their own separate version of the same task, rather than all working from one shared item. For example, if multiple people need to complete a similar action independently, assigning copies can make tracking much cleaner and more structured. As you decide between collaborators and assigned copies, think about the goal of the task. If the work is shared and one person is leading, use a primary assignee with collaborators. If each person needs to complete the task on their own, assign copies instead. That small choice can make a big difference in how clearly the work is managed. Once you've assigned the task in the way that fits your workflow, you're all set. You now know how to set a primary owner, include collaborators for visibility, and use assigned copies when individual task duplication is the better option.